President Donald Trump's name appears in Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs released by his own Attorney General on Thursday, February 27. People reviewed the flight logs and found Trump's name a total of 7 times. He was mentioned on page 24 of the first flight log, dated October 11, 1993. He was also mentioned twice on page 27, along with his then-wife Marla Maples, their daughter Tiffany Trump, and a nanny on May 15, 1994. All 3 of those dates had Jeff Epstein, listed on the same flights as Trump. GM, possibly Ghislaine Maxwell, was listed as a passenger on the October 1993 flight. The release of the files related to the financier accused of sex trafficking came a day after Attorney General Pam Bondi said on Fox News that the Justice Department was set to release flight logs and names of people associated with Epstein. What you're going to see is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, Bondi told Jesse Waters. But it's pretty sick what that man did, along with his co-defendant. Bondi said Epstein had more than 250 alleged victims. The first phase of files released today sheds light on Epstein's extensive network and begins to provide the public with long overdue accountability, Bondi said in a statement, in part, on Thursday. The first materials released included flight logs, an evidence list, redacted pages from a contact book, and redacted pages of a mass use list. Much of the files have been previously disclosed through court cases or otherwise. The appearance of a person's name on the flight logs is not an indication of wrongdoing. Most of the individuals listed were presumably on Epstein's plane for legitimate business, political, or social reasons. In a letter to FBI Director Kash Patel, Bondi claimed she only received about 200 pages of documents which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers before Patel took office. On Wednesday, she learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York had thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Bondi requested the FBI deliver the rest of the documents by 8 a.m. Friday, February 28, and asked Patel to investigate why the request for all documents was not followed. In 2019, Epstein, facing sex trafficking charges, died by suicide in a New York City jail. He had ties to high-profile figures like Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, and Trump prior to his arrest. Neither Clinton nor Trump have been accused of any wrongdoing. Trump has said that he once considered Epstein a terrific guy, but that they later had a falling out. Epstein was accused of trafficking girls as young as 14, according to a federal indictment. He faced a 45-year prison sentence. Epstein previously pleaded guilty to soliciting a person under 18 for prostitution in 2008 and served just over a year in prison. Maxwell, Epstein's co-conspirator, was convicted of sex trafficking in 2022 and sentenced to 20 years in prison.